Have you ever met someone and felt it wasn't just a coincidence? Some encounters aren't random. The universe has a message for you. Every person who enters your life, every unexpected meeting, can act as a mirror, reflecting your light, revealing your shadows, and awakening parts of yourself you may have long forgotten. The universe communicates in subtle ways, through signs, synchronicities, and even the people who challenge you the most. In this video, we'll explore why certain connections feel destined, how they guide your personal growth, and the hidden lessons behind every soul encounter. Pay attention, because sometimes the universe is speaking directly to you. Sometimes when we meet someone, there's a feeling that something bigger is at play. It's as if the whole universe gently rearranged itself so the two of you could cross paths. Subtle signs begin to appear, not always obvious, yet impossible to ignore. Unexpected meetings, conversations that feel strangely deep, moments that unfold with perfect timing. These encounters often feel guided by an invisible force, something wiser than our plans or logic. They remind us that the soul has its own way of recognizing those who are meant to walk beside us. When we sense this alignment, it feels like harmony between what happens around us and what stirs within. In these connections, we often see reflections of ourselves, hidden aspects, emotions, or old wounds rising to the surface. Sometimes another person awakens feelings so strong because they touch parts of us we've not yet embraced. Through them, we grow, integrate, and become more whole. Perhaps none of our meetings are random after all. Every person we meet is both a mirror and a messenger, revealing who we are and who we're becoming. Sometimes a person enters our life and awakens something long forgotten, a hidden energy, a sleeping part of ourselves. These moments often feel like destiny gently pulling two souls toward one another. When such a connection happens, it's not by force but through a quiet invitation to heal, to grow, to become more whole. Fate can be seen as an inner calling echoing through the outer world. The universe doesn't push us. It aligns with the path of the soul, guiding us through perfectly timed encounters that feel anything but random. When two people meet in ways that seem impossible to explain, at the right place in the right moment, it often carries a message beyond logic. It's as if life itself is whispering, "Pay attention." We've all experienced it, thinking of someone and moments later receiving a message from them, or meeting a person far from home, in a place where neither of you expected to be. These are not just coincidences. They're subtle threads connecting the inner world with outer reality. Such meaningful alignments remind us that life is woven with invisible patterns. They ask us to listen more carefully, to notice what the universe is trying to show us. Synchronicity often appears at crossroads, at the beginning of something new, during unexpected encounters, in those mysterious moments when everything seems to flow together with uncanny precision. Signs from the universe don't promise that everything will be easy. They simply point to the deeper meaning a connection may hold. Life often places before us exactly what we need to face, learn, or embrace. And sometimes that lesson arrives wrapped in the presence of another soul. The language of the universe isn't spoken in words but in subtle messages. A book that finds its way into your hands at the perfect moment. A song that echoes your feelings, a passing conversation that answers a question you didn't even voice. Synchronicity is like a mirror, reflecting our inner landscape through symbols, encounters, and timing that feels too precise to ignore. These messages rarely appear in bright lights. They whisper through quiet moments. They live in the ease of a spontaneous exchange, in repeating symbols, in gentle patterns that eventually become impossible to dismiss. Sometimes the so-called coincidences are so persistent, it's harder not to believe in them than to accept them. But signs are not a substitute for choice. They may open doors, but only we decide whether to walk through. Even when a meeting feels destined, a relationship still asks for presence, honesty, and mature intention. Fate may bring two paths together, but it is awareness and commitment that keep them intertwined. To notice these signs isn't superstition. It's a quiet conversation with the mystery of life. It's learning to listen not only with the mind but with the heart. Every meaningful coincidence reminds us that the boundary between the inner and outer world is thinner than it seems. And when it comes to love, this kind of listening often reveals more than we could ever imagine at first glance. When something within us finally aligns with the natural flow of life, what once seemed unlikely begins to unfold with ease. If the universe truly wishes for two souls to meet, it weaves the right encounters into the perfect moments. Our task is to notice the signs and with both heart and spirit, choose whether we are ready to follow the path they reveal. Falling in love or feeling that deep magnetic pull towards someone doesn't always mean we're seeing them as they truly are. More often, we're seeing parts of ourselves reflected back. Qualities we admire, desires we've yet to explore, or wounds still waiting to be healed. This is the quiet art of projection. The way the hidden corners of our inner world are cast onto another person like light and shadow. In the beginning, it can feel intoxicating, as if the other person embodies everything we've ever longed for. Tenderness, strength, freedom, safety, mystery. But over time, the image begins to shift. We realize that the person standing before us is not the perfect reflection of our longing, but a real human being with their own truth. This doesn't make the love less real. It makes it more honest. True connection invites us to look beyond illusion, to see both the other and ourselves more clearly. Encounters that feel guided by fate often carry a powerful symbolic charge, blurring the line between reality and the stories we create. Yet every projection is a mirror, a chance to understand which parts of us are still asking to be seen, embraced, and integrated. And in that recognition lies the quiet beginning of deeper love, not for an illusion, but for what is real. The people who move us most often become mirrors, not only reflecting our dreams but also our fears, insecurities, and the parts of ourselves we have yet to grow into. When someone touches us on a deep level, emotions can rise like a wave, beautiful, intense, sometimes even painful. That pain isn't always a warning. Often, it's the signal of something old being stirred, something ready to be seen and healed. Many relationships are not just connections, they are fields of transformation. To truly grow within them, we must look honestly at what we project onto the other. Why does this person fascinate me so much? Why do they unsettle me? What do I feel in their presence that I don't feel anywhere else? These questions are gentle lanterns, illuminating what is happening inside us. Over time, we realize that not everything we see in another belongs to them. Much of it is our own. Our longing, our jealousy, admiration, fear of loss, or hunger for wholeness. These reactions are signposts, pointing toward the landscape of our inner world. And the more aware we become, the more freedom we have to love without masks or illusions. Our past shapes the way we love. Early experiences plant emotional seeds that often reappear in our adult bonds. Some are unconsciously drawn to people who echo their earliest attachments, repeating familiar patterns even when they consciously crave something new. Projection is inevitable, especially in love, but it can be transformed from a trap into a mirror. When we learn to see another person as they truly are, not as the story we cast upon them, a new space opens, one where two whole people can truly meet. It takes courage to stand in this kind of clarity, but the reward is profound freedom. We no longer expect someone else to rescue, complete, or heal us. Instead, we claim responsibility for our own becoming. Love is no longer about filling a void. It becomes the overflow of what already lives within. So when the universe places someone on our path and that quiet sense of connection awakens inside us, it's worth looking closer at what is being stirred. Perhaps this bond is not only about the other person, but about what they reflect back to us, both the light and the shadow we've yet to fully embrace. In that mirror lies an invitation to grow, to heal, and to become more whole, both with another and within ourselves. We often imagine destined encounters as soft, magical, effortless things. But the truth is deeper. Such connections can be both luminous and challenging, because they reveal not only love, but the parts of ourselves we're finally ready to meet. The truth is, the most profound and transformative relationships are rarely easy. They hold up a mirror so sharp it forces us to look at ourselves, not the polished version but the raw, unfiltered one. They bring us face to face with the parts we'd rather keep hidden. These hidden aspects, what many call the shadow, are the emotions, impulses, and desires we deny, suppress, or simply refuse to see. But the shadow is not only dark. It holds anger, jealousy, pride, yes, but also forgotten potential, quiet talents, unspoken dreams. When someone enters our life with an intensity that feels almost destined, they often awaken that shadow within us. And the encounter can feel like pure magic or like chaos, sometimes both at once. Faithful relationships don't come to complete us. They come to reveal us. They act as mirrors that reflect what has been buried deep in the unconscious. The stronger the bond, the more powerful the emotional currents. Old insecurities rise, fears of abandonment flare. The need for control or constant reassurance emerges. The other person becomes a stage where an inner drama unfolds between who we are and who we are still becoming. This dance with the shadow can be uncomfortable, but it is also fertile ground for growth. The presence of shadow in love doesn't mean something is broken. It means something real is happening. Transformation rarely feels tidy. Our deepest healing often takes place not in silence, but in the friction of intimacy. Every meaningful connection can become a catalyst, stirring awake forgotten parts of ourselves, the beautiful and the buried alike. It's an invitation to turn inward, to understand why this matters so much, to face the patterns we carry and the darkness we've left untouched. Through this, we grow more whole. And from that wholeness, our capacity to love expands. It's also essential to draw a clear line. Acknowledging the shadow is not a justification for pain or abuse. This kind of transformation happens in healthy, respectful connections, not in harmful ones. Even in good relationships, there will be moments of tension, moments when old wounds surface or reactions seem larger than the moment itself. Many couples who've grown together speak of those crossroads, moments when it felt unbearable, when everything old came crashing to the surface. But when we recognize the shadow at work, everything shifts. Instead of pointing fingers or running away, we can ask a different question. What is this showing me about myself? In that simple turn of awareness lies the seed of transformation. Sometimes a simple shift in perspective can turn conflict into a gateway for healing. What once felt like opposition becomes an invitation to see more clearly, to grow more deeply. Carl Jung often emphasized that integrating the shadow is not a luxury. It is essential to becoming whole. This process of individuation, of truly becoming ourselves, is rarely accelerated by comfort. It's accelerated by the relationships that challenge us, stretch us, and hold up the mirror when we least expect it. This is why the connections that feel faded are often not the easiest but the truest. To recognize the shadow does not mean we must live in conflict. It means we begin to walk through life with greater awareness and inner freedom. The more familiar we are with our own hidden terrain, the less we depend on others to fill the void inside us or confirm who we are. From this place, love is no longer a grasping for what we lack. It becomes a conscious choice, a meeting of two beings who are free. When someone enters our life and awakens both our light and our shadow, something profound is taking place. It's an invitation to step beyond the illusion of perfect love and into something far more real, a love that accepts, explores, and transforms. For Jung, relationships were never just emotional bonds between two people. They were sacred pathways for the evolution of the soul. The deepest connections have the power to support our individuation, helping us break free from old cycles and integrate the many parts of our inner landscape. In this way, the bonds that life places before us are not random. They serve a higher purpose, to awaken us to ourselves. Being in a relationship, especially one that stirs the heart, is like walking through life with a mirror by your side. The other person reflects us back to ourselves, showing with striking clarity where our light shines, where our shadows hide, and where growth is quietly waiting. Instead of expecting them to save or complete us, we can turn inward and take responsibility for our own unfolding. It's not an easy path, but it is profoundly liberating. Individuation means recognizing, embracing, and integrating the opposites within mind and feeling, strength and vulnerability, action and surrender, the masculine and the feminine. And nowhere do these polarities come alive more vividly than in our intimate connections. When we stand beside someone who reflects us and also challenges us, who accepts us but does not let us hide, we are given the chance to integrate aspects of ourselves we might never have seen alone. Carl Jung spoke of the importance of integrating anima and animus, the inner feminine and masculine forces that live within each of us. In every man dwells an inner image of the feminine. In every woman, an inner image of the masculine. These archetypal figures are shaped by personal experience, culture, and the unconscious. In relationships, we often project these inner figures onto our partners, which can lead to expansion, frustration, or confusion. But when we recognize that these qualities also live within us, something shifts. We reclaim parts of ourselves, and with that, we take a vital step on the path of individuation. Relationships are not only emotional or romantic experiences. They are symbolic processes, sacred rituals of transformation. What another person awakens in us, whether love, fear, the impulse to flee, or the longing to stay, reveals fragments of our own inner world rising to the surface. The more consciously we attend to these reflections, the more a relationship can become a true path of self-discovery. This is why so many connections that feel fated bring such profound change. They don't simply offer comfort or companionship. They confront us with the deepest questions of the soul. These bonds have the power to shake us awake from the sleep of habit. They break down our protective walls, awaken old wounds, and at the same time reveal hidden sources of strength we may have long forgotten. On the path of individuation, the goal is not to eliminate conflict but to learn from it. Every disagreement can illuminate a part of ourselves that has not yet been fully embraced. Every loving gesture can reflect our maturity, our capacity for care, devotion, and presence. Over time, what began as desire or fascination can deepen into conscious companionship. Integration begins when we stop expecting the other person to complete us and start seeing them as a fellow traveler, someone walking beside us on the same path, yet carrying their own direction, challenges, and pace. When the universe wants to bring two souls together, it speaks through symbols, synchronicities, and subtle invitations. Along this path, it communicates with us through the other, through ourselves and through the quiet language only the heart and an open soul can truly hear. Awakening everything within us that is still waiting to be seen, healed, and integrated. Jung's psychology reminds us that real love is not built merely on similarity, but on reflection. It reveals who we are, where our shadows lie, and how far we can grow. Every relationship is an invitation to individuation, to discovering ourselves through the presence of another. If you've ever felt that a meeting was guided by something greater, don't ignore that intuition. It may be time to look more deeply, to see in that bond not only love but also purpose. And if this message resonates with you, consider joining this journey. Subscribe and continue with the next chapter that awaits you. The first step toward your transformation may begin right here, in this very moment. In the end, every connection we experience, whether gentle or intense, carries a message meant only for us. Some souls enter our lives to stay, others simply to awaken something sleeping within us. Every meeting, every touch, every look has the potential to guide us back to ourselves. The universe doesn't speak in words. It speaks in signs, in quiet synchronicities, in moments that seem ordinary but are anything but. It whispers through the people we meet, through our longing, and through the shadows we learn to embrace. When we listen with an open heart, even the most unexpected encounter can become a turning point, a doorway to healing, growth, and a deeper understanding of who we are. True love, in its purest form, isn't about possession or perfection. It's about awareness. It's about two whole souls walking side by side, choosing each other again and again in freedom. So if life has brought someone special onto your path, perhaps it isn't just coincidence. Perhaps it's the universe inviting you to awaken, to love more consciously, to become more fully yourself. Thank you for walking this journey with me. If this message spoke to your heart, subscribe to the channel and stay with us for the next chapter. The universe has a way of guiding us exactly where we need to be, and sometimes all we have to do is listen.